high-level cost estimating in the Onuma system. Go to edit mode so you can change the settings. And we're looking at a campus here, and if we go to the building color coding, it's already been set up on construction status to identify what are existing buildings in blue, renovations in green, and new construction in orange. There are 2 new buildings and 1 renovation shown here. So there's many ways to get to the settings, but let's just go directly in the building, this new building. If we double click on it, and at the lower part here, this is the name of the building, in settings, opens up a settings dialog. And on the very right, you'll see cost estimate. Here, the list of the buildings is automatically selecting the new classroom building that we selected, number 7. If we click on cost estimate, this is the settings that set the rules for generating a cost estimate. So in these settings, there is a place to actually edit the cost per square foot. So for example, if these were 100, it's taking the 99,000 square feet gross and multiplying it to get this number right here, the $9 million. And you can change these to whatever you want. If you know what the cost estimate or the proposed cost is, this is where you would set it. Notice that it's set to average. There are ways of setting high and low cost, but we're just defaulting to the average cost right now. It's picking up the number of square feet all at average cost, and that's why this number is the main driver of the cost. As you scroll down, you will see other inputs that you could create, overheads and construction contingency, a lot of other factors. If you're going to be counting what's inside the building for furniture and equipment, for example, you could leave all these at 0, or you could leave it at a default, and it starts adding overhead to the contingency cost and fees, etc. So what we have here is we actually have a real scenario where from the DC government, from their system, they actually have an estimate for typical construction of new buildings, new construction, renovations, broken up by division, different types of divisions, but they also have a roll-up that says an average new construction is 570, average renovation is 440 per square feet, and site work is 42. So let's pick up these 2 numbers up here, 570 and 440. Let's just use 570 and 440 and go into here, and let's put the 570 in for new construction. So there is our new construction costs. They're 56 million. And we could fill in, we'll just leave these other numbers as default here, but the 440 is actually the second number, right? The 440, if it was a renovation. In this case, it's showing 0 square feet because it's already marked as a new building. So let's go down to the bottom and hit save. And it's saving the calculation, or the settings, the assumptions on the calculation, and giving us a new report here. If you go back to the top to all buildings, it'll list all the buildings again. And if you go back to the elementary school building, if you remember, the Langley Elementary is the renovation. So if we click on that, now this is the cost estimate for the renovation. Again, the same thing. You could change the numbers here, and it recalculates the total cost for renovation. It's ignoring new construction at 0 square feet because it's already marked as renovation. So here we want to put the 440 number, and this gives us the new number here, 54 million, and we save that. There's a lot more settings, but we'll keep it at that for now, and we'll close this settings box, go back to this and go to the reports. So if we go to reports, there are many different types of reports that are available. One is called a scheme cost summary. If I click on that, it shows us the cost summary for this site. So there's a renovation of 123,000 square feet at $85 million. There's the rest is 0. We're not touching the other existing buildings. There's a new classroom building, which we just also set. It's 99,000 square feet, $89 million. And new classroom buildings here at the corner at $16 million. And it totals it at the bottom here. So what's interesting about this is this number, if you started to even just make the building larger, it would actually start recalculating the cost based on that new stretch that I did. That I obviously can't build that big, but it's going to update the report as you're placing new cost estimates and with new as the design progresses. So this changed the cost here to $216 million. Okay, that's it for the how to do cost estimating, high-level cost estimating in the ONUMA system.